Hello there, a big akaba to you. This is Treats by Linda. If you are new here, please show your support by subscribing to my channel and also hit the like button if you like this video. The menu today is Fante Fante, Ghana's Fisherman soup. Stay tuned. Ingredients I have here: croaker fish and also tilapia fish. You can use whichever type of fish you prefer, but it has to be fresh. This has been cleaned, descaled, and cut into pieces. I also have here some fresh tomatoes. This one you don't need any tomato paste, only fresh ingredients. Then I have my onions, about a tablespoon of aniseed, garlic, ginger, and I have here red and green scotch bonnet pepper, and also we'll need some fresh basil leaves. It's essential to make your Fante Fante complete, okay? And also we'll be using some palm oil. So yeah, these are our ingredients. Let's dive right into it. So what I like to do is to blend my onion, garlic, ginger together with the aniseed and use some of that to marinate my fish, to infuse flavor into it before we use it for the stew. Once I cut my onions into chunks, I also like to cut my ginger into smaller pieces, and then I pour everything into the blender. First goes in the onions, then the ginger, the garlic, the aniseed, and then I add a little bit of water to it, not too much, just a little bit. Blend it till it's smooth, and then I pour some of that over the fish. Just a bit of that, maybe 1/3 of it. I add salt and just make sure that every part of my fish is coated with this nice marinade. Just let massage it and make sure that every part of it is coated. Once that is done, cover it with a cling film and keep it on your kitchen counter or maybe in the fridge until you're done prepping the rest of the ingredients. I then cut my fresh tomatoes into pieces and I add my pepper. I use red and green habanero pepper. I add it to the onion, garlic, ginger that was left. Add my tomatoes and I blend it till it's smooth. Once that is done, we are ready to start preparing our stew. I then pour my palm oil into my saucepan. Make sure it's heated up, and then I pour all the ingredients into it. As you can see, it's already bubbling. I stir it till everything is well combined and just allow it to cook. This is a very, very simple recipe that I know you're going to love once you try it. So after about 10 minutes or so, I check on it again, stir it, just make sure that it's on medium heat so that you don't burn your stew. Once everything is well combined again, I cover it and then let it cook for another 10 minutes. After about 20 or 25 minutes, you can see that our stew is coming along quite well. The water content would have also reduced at this point. I cover it again and then let it continue cooking. So after about almost 30 minutes, I season it with 1 shrimp tablet. You can add salt to it at this point, or because we added salt to the fish, you can wait till you put the fish into the stew before you add your salt to taste, okay? So now the marinated fish, everything goes into the stew. Remember earlier we used a bit of the blended onion, garlic, ginger, and aniseed blend to season the fish, and then we kept it in the fridge until we're ready to add it to the stew. So once I add all the fish into the stew, I cover it and just let it simmer gently for about 5 minutes. After that, just flip the other side of the fish so that the entire fish would be thoroughly cooked. And when you're turning or flipping the other side of the fish, you have to be extra careful so that it doesn't tear or everything will just scatter inside your stew. So be extra careful when you're turning it, okay? And then once every part of it is turned, I cover and allow it to simmer for another 4 to 5 minutes. At this point, our stew is done. So I add some green and red habanero peppers to the stew, and also I slice some fresh onions and also garnish the stew with it, right? And then you know that yes, our Fante Fante is almost ready. But then this is the point where you also add the fresh basil leaves. It's very important because it gives your stew a really, really nice aroma. So voila, our Fante Fante Ghana's Fisherman stew is ready. My kitchen was smelling so nice, so good. I told you this is a very simple recipe that you're absolutely going to love. It's ready. And then also Fante Fante was ready, I was also preparing my Etew on the side. This is fermented corn that is cooked and is so perfect with the Fante Fante. So Fante Fante is very common among the people who live along the coast in Ghana, but it's enjoyed by virtually everybody because it's a very simple fish stew that pairs with everything. You can aside the Etew, which is the fermented maize meal. You can have it with cooked rice. You can have it with banku, which is fermented corn and cassava combined. You can have it with kenkey. You can have it with eba. You can have it with anything of your choice. It's so good. So once I dish it out, you know that it's meal time, right? It's so delicious, and I really hope that you are going to try it. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate your support. If you click the subscribe button, it is free. To my subscribers, I always appreciate you for your support. Thank you so much. Please do give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, share a comment, and also let me know where you're watching this video from. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I hope you're going to try this recipe.